Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Merlin here. And today we're going to be jumping into another fun filled adventure into Deck Tech. And today we're going to be using Chandra Control to try and bust up the meta a little bit. Now, it has been said that Red Deck wins, which is essentially what this is, more or less. Well, it's a little bit of a watered down version of Red Deck wins. But that's more or less a type of deck that is actually doing very well in the meta, just because most decks are 2 to 3 colors. There are still some 4 colors and 5 colors kind of straggling about. But as you get higher up in the ladder, you'll see that it mostly gets watered back down to about 2 to 3 color decks. And that's where the monocolored decks really excel. So let's take a quick look here. We got 4 Scorch Spitters, 4 Shock, 1 Chandra's Regulator, 4 Electrostatic Field, 3 Jaya's Greeting, 4 Lava Coil, 4 Runaway Steamkins, 2 Anax Hardened in the Forge, 2 Chandra Acolyte of Flame, 3 Phoenix of Ash, 2 Risk Factor, 4 Skewer the Critics, 4 Slaying Fire, 1 Chandra Fire Artisan, 18 Mountain. Now, with a monocolor deck, you do get a little bit of land leverage, because you don't need as much mana to run, and your mana is always going to be consistently the color you need, because you are monocolored. So let's look at a couple of the key cards of the deck. We have the Runaway Steamkin. It gets a +1/+1 counter up to a max of, I believe, 3. So it's going to become a 4/4. The more red spells you cast, it'll get up to 4/4. Then you can either use those counters to cast mana, or use it as a small meat shield. Then you have Anax, and his power is equal to your devotion to red. And whenever Anax or another non-token creature you control dies, you get a 1/1 red satyr creature token, but it can't block. And if the creature had 4 or more power, then you get 2. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. And we're going to stick to standard ranked. That is where you only, do one match. You don't have to do the best 2 out of 3, which I find to be a bit of a time suck. So, let's see if we can't shake up our opponents a little bit and do some extra damage here. Okay, so this is the perfect opening hand for me. I have 2 mana, which means I can cast my Electrostatic Field, and I will easily draw into the mana needed for the rest of it. Meanwhile, I can hide behind my Electrostatic. Except when something like that comes out, so we'll drop that, we'll end our turn. All we need is a shock or, little extra mana. That'll work. We'll exile it. Bye-bye. That way he can't call it back. And when you can exile a creature when you're facing a blue deck, do it early. That way they can't counter you. So we'll drop that. Yeah. We're going to drop Chandra. Use Chandra's abilities. Swing for 2. End our turn. Now, the next thing we're going to do on our next turn is we're going to drop Electrostatic Field and then start flinging Skewer the Critics. And why is my opponent just ending it? Drop that. Use her 0 ability. Swing for 2. Lets me cast that. Hit him for 3. And then hit him for an extra 1 off from the Electrostatic Field. And of course those get exiled. But yeah, that's basically how the deck works right here. Nice thing is, right now there's 1, 2, 3. He would make 5. So I could create a 5/3 with Anax. So we're actually going to hit him for a whopping 5. Use her 2 ability. And this, as I said before, is where monocolored decks have the advantage. He's clearly not drawing his mana. Well, maybe he did. But it's too late. I've already got an advantage, and it's a sizable one at that. Especially when, let's see, I have 4 mana. So first thing I'll do create some 1/1s. I'll swing with him. We'll see if he's going to block one. Nope. Okay. Cast this. He's already tapped out. There's 5 damage. And there you go. And that, my friends, in a nutshell, is how red deck wins. Literally. I literally destroyed him, for lack of a better term, pretty quickly. And I just got my free pack. On my next level, I'll get a pack, a cat, and a mastery orb. So let's crack that. That'll give me my rare. And what do we got? Oh, Ravnica at War. There you go. Okay, so we're going to use that rare wild card actually towards... No. I don't want another deck. Decks, collections. Now this is going to be related to another deck I'm going to be using, or making here shortly. So Gem Razor. There we go. So I need to create one. There we go. That'll be my second one. Now the reason I'm creating this is because it's a 4/4 reach, trample, mutate for 3. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. That is going to be viable to the deck I am going to build. So there you go, my second Gem Razor, aka Ankyras, the Armored Killer. But back to the Chandra Control, aka Red Deck wins. As you can see, it's been pretty effective. I was able to basically railroad that guy, and I didn't even play the key parts of the deck, which in my opinion is Chandra Fire Artisan and Runaway Steamkin. Runaway Steamkin for the reason we discussed earlier. Now, Chandra Fire Artisan, she is probably one of my all-time favorite Chandra incarnations. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra Fire Artisan, she deals that much damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So, if I use Chandra Acolyte of Flames +0 ability, the very top one, put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker. So she gets one, and then every time she's attacked, she's losing counters, and that's damage my opponent is taking. Or, if they have a troublesome planeswalker, it's damage that planeswalker is taking. And it doesn't cost me any mana. And with that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys for dropping in. And as always, if you like the videos I'm doing, hit the sub button, smash that bell, get notified when I go live, and come check out the videos. And you guys have a wonderful day now.